Hello everyone, it's Justine. I hope you're doing so well. Today I'm going to make 3 different cards, and they're just kind of a hodgepodge of things that I'm using today, but the main part is from the Hexi-Gem collection, which just came out this month in May 2023. So I hope you enjoy. Be on the lookout for your favorite. I am going to have 3 different cards today, so check out all 3 and then let me know in the comments your favorite. Each card is going to have a different embossing folder on the background. I will link all of them in the description. These are some of my absolute favorite embossing folders that I just cannot help but reach for almost every time I'm making cards, and this one has to be in my top 10. I just love the way that this embossing folder looks. It's 3D and it has that center focal point, which is just perfect. So there's that. And then now I used reverse foiling on this piece to make this glimmer piece. Look how pretty that is. It's gold foiling, and I used the hexagon that came in the Hexi-Gem collection to make the hexagon part. So that was super easy, and I love reverse foiling because that means I'm using all of the foil that I possibly can. So that is always a win for me. Less waste of craft supplies is just perfect, because who wants to waste craft supplies? You know, I'm not really a big fan of hoarding craft supplies. I know it can be so easy to do because things are wonderful and you want to save them for just that right project. But I encourage you to use them and use them to the best of your ability, and that means double foiling. So there's that. Now this hexagon that I was talking about is a full hexagon plate. So first I used the flower piece to make the flowered area, and I don't think I have that here today because all 3 of these are reverse foiling, but that was on a card that was posted earlier this month. And then I took that extra paper and foil and then made this piece, and it is just stunning. I love the way that the foil turned out. This one, it was great. So I'm just going to center that here as best as I can. Nothing's really perfect with handmade cards, but we can try our best, you know. And then now this congratulations, I just have to go ahead and commend the people who are in charge of designing these glimmer plates, because the last couple from Simon Hurley that were glimmer and this one, the way they made them is so smart, and it goes back to using all of the materials well, because the way they have the glimmer plate set up, you're going to glimmer 1 time and get, I think, 8 sentiments, and then you're going to die cut 1 time because all of these are lined up, and you're going to get 8 sentiments, and you're going to glimmer once and die cut once, and you have 8 instead of doing all these little individual foilings. And in my experience, when you're foiling little things, things can kind of go awry quickly. So I love that they have designed the plate to really not be complicated. Okay, now I'm going to add these, which are the Fashion Taupe little gemstones, to this card because it needs a little pop, you know. Now my tool-in-one, I'm just using the pokey part, and yes, the tool-in-one isn't connected to it right now. Such is life. It's over there. I'm not even gonna get it right now because I don't need it. This little pokey part's really all I need. And of course my 2 munch brain is telling me go crazy and do a whole bunch of embossing, do a whole bunch of embellishments, but I think I'm gonna let this one just be elegant and simple like this. And I'm thinking this is going to be a wedding card for somebody. I don't know of anyone getting married right now. My sister-in-law just had her wedding, but I already have her card all done, and so that's good. But this will go to someone, or it may even end up on my Etsy shop. Time will tell. Alrighty. Now this next one is kind of a more funkier one. It's blue and it has this foiling. Look how pretty that is. I don't remember the exact name, but I will write it in the description so you will be able to see that right now in the description. It is so pretty. I think it's Aurora something or Aura. By the way, I've been saying Aurora for this foil, and I think the other foil that's more of like the smooth, it's definitely not Aurora, it's Aura. I promise I can read. But I used to have a student named Aurora, and she was just such a honey bun, and apparently she was on my brain when I was reading the foil. So what can you do, you know? But look at that. It has that rainbow look, and if you look at it right like that, it's just gold. But then you turn it, and it's this like polka dot rainbow loveliness. Stunning. Anyway, I'm going to pop this up and do the same with this sentiment. I used the same foil on that for the happy birthday. Look at that. It's so cute. Okay, I'm going to put some foam on this and then I will catch up. Okay, now that I have that on, you can see it. Look how pretty that is. I love the color choice with this one. Oh, and I cannot forget to talk about this background embossing folder. This one I know by heart. It's the Beautiful Butterflies 3D embossing folder. Also from Spellbinders. I will link that in the description. I'm pretty sure that's still available. That came out in April of this year, and I can't stop reaching for it because it is so cute. And it's 3D, which is just perfect because it adds so much dimension, and I love it. Now on this one, I am going to add 5 embellishments. I know, crazy, but I think the card calls for it since it's kind of a fun card, and I'm using the Fashion Cosmic, which is kind of this blue cobalt color, and I just love that there's adhesive on the back already. It just makes for quick crafting, which I really enjoy and find fun. How cute is that? A sweet birthday card. All right, now my last one. Now you might recognize this embossing folder. This one came with my platinum, I think. I'm pretty sure it came with my platinum. I use it often because it's just one of those embossing folders that a lot of people have, and it just is so interesting to look at with all those little overlapping circles. It has a ton of dimension, and let's just put it on this card, I guess. Now this next piece is a glimmered strip. This just came out from Simon Hurley this month actually, in May. Seems like forever ago, but it came out May 5th. And I had an extra glimmer piece, and I just thought that this would be kind of fun to put my hexagon on the back of. So I'm just going to line up my stripes with this little circle piece here on the embossing folder. Something like that. It's not going to be perfect, but that is life. But I love the way that that foiled, and I thought I can't just leave that be. I have to use it. So I am. Then I'm going to take my crafting shears. These ones are from Spellbinders. They're anti-stick, which is fabulous. So if there's any of that double-sided tape on this yellow paper, it's not going to leave my scissors sticky at all. These are just some of my favorites. They just kind of surprise. This is one of my favorite products. It just kind of surprised me because I don't think that I would have kind of attached to these scissors as much as I have, but these scissors and then the little snips, they're just fabulous. I don't know. Okay. Now I'm going to pop this up as well, and the congratulations is going to go on top. Now I used the rainbow foil on this one. Look how fun that is. With the white flower area on there, it's just so neat. I love it. So let's get some foam on the back. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what in the world, your voice sounds so weird. Yeah, I'm aware. Like I said in a previous video, I still don't even know if this is allergies, if it is a cold, if it is aftermath from some pretty bad polluted air. Right now, I'm in Minnesota, if you didn't know, and there's some wildfires up in Canada, and the smoke has been coming down into Minnesota, and it is just really hard to breathe. And we went on a field trip to the Como Zoo in Minnesota, so we were outside all day that day. We had a picnic park day outside all day that day. Saturday of last week, I went to my sweet auntie's house and we did acrylic paint pouring. That was so fun. But yes, outside all day. Sunday of that week, again, outside all day at a family event. So I've had a lot of outside time, and this polluted air is just not my jam. So, you know, perhaps we should have stayed inside, but, you know, you live and you learn. But I don't know. It could be a cold too, because I'm a kindergarten teacher. We're ending the year. All of my students were super duper healthy, so I'm kind of leaning toward pollution/allergies, because spring has sprung here in Minnesota and everything is blooming. And I am a sneezing gal, so don't worry, I will edit out all the sneezes and coughs so you will not have to bear witness to that. You're welcome. Now this congratulations again is that Aurora speckled, I think it's called speckled Aurora. I will be certain in the description, so check out the description and that will tell you. But I love it. It has that gold look, and you turn it and it has the rainbow look. I just think that is just stunning. Okay, now this card needs some embellishment because it's just looking a little plain on the background white areas. Even though I did embellish, or I did emboss the background, I think I want to use pearls on this one just to kind of keep it fun. And I might use this for a wedding card. I don't know. It has like that white and colorful look to it, so I think it will work for a wedding card. I'm going to put my embellishments again, kind of diagonal. Let's do 7 this time. Go crazy. And oh, so help me with these pearls. This is just not it, you guys. I am so irritated that these spilled. It was definitely my own fault, but I wish that they wouldn't have spilled. But I was crafting and I just kind of moved quickly, and boom, we had pearls everywhere. So I had to kind of gather what I could, and they're all mixed up. All the sizes are all sorts of funkiness, and yeah. But you live and you learn. I think next time if I repurchase these pearls, which I still am debating about doing when I run out of these, I will probably just transfer them into another container right away when I get the container, because this is just a mess, and I like things to be orderly, and this just kind of hurts my head. Just saying. Anyway. Enough complaining about craft supplies. I'm thankful for what I have, for sure. Okay. Let me know which one is your favorite. I know it's a lot of white on white this week, or this video, but, you know, wedding season's coming, and I don't know. There might be a wedding coming up that I need a card for, so here we are. And I just sold, actually, a stitch card to my priest, who is just such a nice man, and he needed a wedding card, and I had one on hand. So it's always good to have a card on hand, which, you know, if you're a card maker, you probably have a lot of cards on hand, but that's kind of how it goes with card making, you know? Anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're still watching to the end of this chatty video, you're the real MVP. So thank you. Subscribe if you have not yet, and let me know in the comments your favorite. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.